If you're doing 3 million a year or more, and you're still booking your own flights, answering internal slacks, or juggling logistics, you don't need more hustle, you need more leverage. At this level, 3 million plus, growth isn't about grinding harder. It's about buying back your time and building a business that works without you. So welcome to stage 5, the CEO seat for real. You've built the engine, you've hired the crew, now it's time to drive the ship, not swab the deck. You've got multiple teams running simultaneously, ops handled by a GM, sales closed by a killer rep, logistics dialed in by a sharp office manager, and your calendar ideally managed by an executive assistant who guards it like gold. This is where business is no longer dependent on you. It's driven by your vision. At this point, you're scaling markets, optimizing capital, and building leadership, and laying the groundwork for legacy. But make no mistake, stage 5 isn't where you can coast. It's where you innovate, you refine the machine, and future-proof the brand. Because staying at the top takes just as much strategy as getting there. So what does marketing look like now at this 3+ stage 5 business? At this level, your brand should be known in your market. You've already done the work. Now the play is optimize, innovate, and expand. Your marketing machine runs across all major channels: SEO, PPC, social media, referrals, PR, local news. We're doing this every day, not when there's time and not when leads slow down. Every day. That's how leads actually don't slow down. You do it every day. You have a team of multiple agencies executing for you, a budget big enough to test and refine new things, a dashboard showing cost per lead, return on ad spend, that ROAS, and customer lifetime value. You're not asking, should we run ads? You're asking, where do we reinvest profit to max scale? This market or the next market? Stage 5 isn't about survival. It's about scale and significance. You protect the brand, you build the culture, you think 3 to 5 years ahead while your team crushes today. And the best part, you could walk away for a week, maybe even a month, and the company would keep humming. That's what stage 5 buys you. Freedom, impact, options. So the real question is, you build $1 million business. Now, can you let go to build the $1 million lifestyle that should come with it? So let's break it down. Stage 5 is all systems go and then some. At stage 5, your marketing should feel like this. Everywhere they turn, it's you. Every channel, every platform, every conversion, everything from stage 4, still running, but now it's dialed in and turned up to 100. SEO, you're at the top. PPC, consistently testing and refining. Social media, looking polished and consistent. PR, you're getting local coverage. Referrals, partnerships, retargeting, humming 24/7. By now, you've got either a full-size marketing team or a specialized agency managing each piece, and they're using real-time data and optimizing everything. You're no longer asking, does this work? You're asking, what else can we try? And that gives you the power to test big plays. Talking about direct mail campaigns to high-end neighborhoods, billboard buys on key highways, stadium sponsorships, or local charity events. Even things like publishing a homeowner guide, hosting a YouTube channel or a podcast, or dropping a coffee table book about your most epic jobs. You laugh, but it works. Some of these might not convert overnight. That's okay. At stage 5, brand presence is a growth strategy. You've got the resources to play both. Offense, testing new channels and growth, and defense, covering so much ground your competitors can't squeeze in. You're building omnipresence. Stage 5 marketing is about 2 things: reach and relentlessness. Because when a customer says, I feel like I see your company everywhere, that's not luck, that's strategy. And that's how you go from known to untouchable. So what are some things that we can do to achieve that God tier untouchable status? Here's the list. We're gonna start by leveraging your customer base. This is the gold mine. Forget being the best in town. We're talking about unseatable market share. You wanna be untouchable? It starts right here with this customer database. You already have the gold. Most just forget to mine it. Your past customers are the fastest path to God-tier dominance. At stage 5, you've served thousands of customers. The trust is already built. The credit card is already out. So don't go chasing cold leads until you've fully activated the warm army you already have. This isn't retention. It's asset leverage. Here's how you squeeze every drop of value from your customer base. Automated seasonal campaigns. Every spring, AC tune-up blast. Every fall, gutter cleaning alert. Every 6 months, pest control treatment reminder. Talking about loyalty programs that you can give to your current basic customers. 10th cleaning is free, priority VIP scheduling, flat rate annual service packages that lock people in, referral engines on steroids. Refer a friend, get $100 off, no limit. Customer codes to track who your best brand advocates are. Celebrate your top referrers like influencers, monthly newsletters or emails. You could even print a monthly newsletter for top tier clients, not just sales value. DIY tips, staff spotlights, neighborhood updates. Keep your brand in their head and their home. Customer appreciation events. Talk about free barbecues, giveaways, holiday raffles. These customer events build love. They make people proud to be your customer, and that's exactly what you want to do when you're in stage 5. Stage 5 isn't just about scaling leads. It's about building community that markets for you. Your past customers should be rebooking appointments, referring other customers, and raving. That's how you stop being a service provider and start being a local legend. Speaking of local legends, let's talk about media and authority, becoming a household name. When people say, oh yeah, I've heard of them, before they even hit your website, you're not running a business anymore. You're running the brand. At stage 5, you're not just another service provider. You're the name people recognize and trust without even Googling it. That doesn't happen by accident. It happens by getting loud on all the right places. So every time you open a new branch, cross a major milestone, or give back to the community, that's a media moment. That's a story that should be everywhere. Here's how you start building unshakable public trust. Create your own coverage. Press releases for every big move. Announce wins like a brand, not a hobby. Win local awards, best of list, chamber awards. Anything that earns you a badge or a trophy, then flex it everywhere. Be the industry voice. Speak at conferences. Drop quotes in trade magazines. Build a personal LinkedIn presence that screams, I know this game. Position yourself as a thought leader. Talk about leadership, hiring, growth. Share what you've learned because authority builds when you teach, not just sell. People see you in the news, on stage, in articles, your brand becomes unquestionable. New competitors can try to outspend you, but they can't outtrust you. That's the benefit. When you're the household name, the local GOAT, the one with the buzz, your brand becomes bulletproof. This is how you shift from being known to being completely untouchable. Until now, you've been using industry best practices. At stage 5, now is the time to write those best practices. That means embracing new platforms and going after these big ideas. Stage 5 isn't about doing what works, it's about finding what's next and being the first to use it. You've outgrown playing by the book. Now it's your turn to write that book. Let's be real, most companies at this level get lazy. They coast on what's already working. But the second you stop testing, the hungry 500K competitor shows up and steals your next wave of customers. You've got the team, you've got the budget. Use it to explore what's coming. Set aside a chunk of your marketing budget for pure research and development. Research, experiments, try bold stuff like TikTok or short form videos. Have your team turn installs into full behind the scenes clips. Show personality, not just product. Streaming TV ads like Hulu, on Roku, etc. Local targeting is easier than ever. Run 30-second spots on people's smart TVs. Primetime status, low cost attention, community platforms, online forums. sponsor local Facebook groups, be the expert people tag when someone says, who should I call? Launch something new just because you can. A DIY YouTube series, a mini home maintenance guide, a mobile app with service reminders, anything that keeps your brand in motion. And most importantly, build a culture inside your company that says, we test fast, we try new, and we don't wait. Stage 5 isn't the finish line, it's the front line. And your biggest threat is thinking you've already made it. So here's your move. Be the early adopter. Be the first name on the new channel. Be the trendsetter your competitors scramble to copy. Because legends don't wait for best practices, they create them. Don't get it twisted. Creating new doesn't mean sleeping on what's been working either. It's time to optimize with fine-tuned KPI tracking. At stage 5, marketing isn't a gamble, it's math. And the numbers better speak fluently. Let's get one thing straight. Just because you're innovating doesn't mean you ignore what's working. In fact, you double down harder on your winners. And to do that, you need fine-tuned tracking. This is where your data becomes a weapon. We're talking dashboards that show you everything you need to know. How many leads per channel, the cost per lead, the conversion rate per lead source, customer lifetime value by channel, return on ad spend, and service line by location. This is where you find out Facebook ads are bringing cheaper leads, but referrals bring longer term customers. Google ads crush your HVAC, but flop for pest control. One city converts at 42% while the other sits at 29%. And that data makes every decision smarter. Where to spend the next 5K, which script to tweak, which offer to scale, which channel to cut. Even a 5% lift in your conversion rate at your level, that's tens of thousands of extra without a bigger ad budget. Stage 5 is about maximizing efficiency at maximum scale. You don't just grow, you grow smarter, tighter, and more profitable. So keep those wild ideas flowing, but track everything, test ruthlessly, and let the data show you where the gold really is. Because kings don't guess, they optimize. Now we can't ignore you because you're still in this equation. Stepping back, but staying sharp. You stepped out from the day-to-day, but don't get it twisted, you're still the reason the whole thing moves. At stage 5, you earned your freedom. You don't have to tweak ad copy and babysit lead flow, but don't disappear completely. You're not just off the clock, you're above the clock. Your job now is to keep the vision sharp, keep the culture hungry, and make sure the machine keeps running like you're still in the room. So stay close in strategy meetings. Let your team bring you ideas and push them further. Build marketing systems at scale. Thinking about franchising or expanding to new markets, take what works here and blueprint it. Same strategy, new territory. Stay battle ready. You can't skip on this one. If a new competitor comes swinging with ad spend, you got to rally your team. You got to hit the market with a fresh campaign that reminds everybody who built this place. Give back. So mentor new operators, share your playbook. Teaching sharpens your own game. I promise, I've done it. And opens new doors you wouldn't have otherwise seen. You're not out of business. You're just operating from a higher level. So the brand still reflects you. The momentum still starts with you, and the market still watches what you do next. So step back, but stay sharp, because kings who vanish get replaced. Kings who lead from the top, they become legends. What got you to this stage will absolutely hold you back from the next one. You just moved through the whole journey. From the grind of answering phones at 1 a.m. to running a machine that doesn't sleep. But here's the bottom line. Each level demands a different version of you. A $200K business and a $5 million one, they don't just have different marketing strategies, they have different mindsets. It's like feeding a kid. You don't give a toddler the same meal as a 16-year-old linebacker. You'd end up with a mess and a very unhappy baby. Same with business. Push too hard too soon equals burnout. Growing without structure equals chaos. But if you build the foundation right, layer by layer, the result is a business that scales with confidence, clarity, and control. I lived it. I felt the fear. I've questioned the spend. I've hesitated to hire, but every time I evolved mentally and strategically, the business followed. And here's what I'll leave you with. You don't need to have it all figured out. You just need to outgrow what's no longer serving you. Whether you're clawing towards 500K, pushing through 3 million, or planting flags in new cities, the next level is always waiting, but only for the version of you willing to level up first. Let me challenge you. What stage are you really in right now? Be honest, then pick one marketing move from this series and commit to it for the next 90 days. Maybe it's launching that Google ad campaign, automating your follow-up, pitching your story to local news, or finally hiring somebody to own your marketing full time. Whatever it is, write it down and do it, because what got you to this stage will absolutely hold you back from the next one. If you want help figuring it out, grab that free SEO review I mentioned. I'll personally look over your website and marketing and give you no BS advice based on your current stage. I've helped thousands of businesses, including large corporations like Microsoft, Starwood Hotels, and PetSmart, and I can 100% help you. It's 100% free. No catch, just real growth. Why do I give this away for free? These talks help me figure out what you need as a business so I can help more people here on this channel. So you're helping me build leverage. It's a win-win. The link is below. Thanks for rocking with me through this 5-part series. If you got value from this, smash that thumbs up and share it with one other home service operator who needs to hear it, because we're all building something bigger and I love seeing this community win. Your next customer, they're already out there, so let's make sure they find you. And I'll catch you in the next one. Boom. Drop it like it's hot.